So, I haven't logged anything today, as a matter of fact. So, this is actually a very good thing. I will actually log in what I've eaten already, and then I'm going to go about logging the rest of my day. So, what you'll see is up top, we have the goals, food, exercise, and remaining. Then I don't have premium. I used the link below to I used the extension that's on Google Chrome where I was able to set my macros without having to purchase the regular one. But if you purchase it, it still doesn't matter because you now have the same thing. So I broke mine down, which you can do the same thing by meal, meal one, meal two, meal three. I have a post workout meal and then a meal five if necessary, and then my snacks. I do not enter exercise because if I enter because it doesn't actually calculate the calories you burn through exercise because guess what, you are a you're not it doesn't track your individual metabolism. That's all I want to say. I don't want to make it sound any more than it needs to be. Okay, so for breakfast, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to add food. Okay, now a lot of this food that I've already done, this is stuff that this is all recent foods that I've basically have used within the last probably week. I pretty much eat the same stuff every day, which I have no problem with. Then you have your frequent tab. This is a lot of the frequent stuff that I have. My foods. So again, yeah, it takes a little bit of time if you want to add, if you know that you're going to have certain things that I like to have everything in grams and well, I encourage grams, and because of the fact that you need to have things like I bulk cook everything. So everything that you see here, all my meats, the 96% lean ground beef, beef top round, chicken, extra lean ground chicken. Listen, there's no restriction here. You just need to have it in your MyFitnessPal. So it might take a little bit as you go along, but the more you do it, the more consistent you're with, you're fine. Okay. Then I even have meals that I've made already in here, right? So I actually these are old meals because these showed up as part of my blog post a while back. But even recently, French toast and bacon, spaghetti and meat sauce, pita pizzas, mini pizzas, my post workout, breakfast one chicken marinara. Like these are or go to meal, right? Like these are things that I know that I can probably have at some point, so that's fine. And then recipes. I have Nutella chocolate chip cookies. I actually imported that recipe from the the um, internet. The potato beef rolls I made, and I entered it. I entered it in there. It says 3 servings because I had 3 rolls. Now, if I wanted to have, I'll just click it. So, all right. Since I'm in, and I'm going to get to this a little bit later, but since I'll talk about it now, because you'll see something that might say, "Oh, 3 servings." Well, that's my recipe. That's how many I know I'm going to eat. But if I wanted only 1 serving of it, all I'm doing is changing the number of servings. Boom. Now it's only 150 calories, 4 grams fat, or whatever, 5 grams fat, 18 and a half carbs, 17, or almost 8 grams protein. But if I had my original version, which is 3, it's tripled. And that was my meal. 14 grams fat, 55 grams carbs, 23 grams protein, 449 calories. Boom. That's it. But, all right, I'm deleting it out of here because I didn't have that. So today, this is meal one. I've had 2 fiber bars. Now again, because I've already scanned them in here, they're already in my library. Boom. 1 bar was 35 grams. That's how it is when I scanned it, as a matter of fact, and it tells you right up top, right? But I've had 2 servings, so that's boom. Okay. Oh, and I did have, and it'll start getting used to what you're pairing it with. So add frequently pair foods. So normally I end up having the Quattro, and I have 60 grams of that. It even it remembers my previous amount. Boom. Click that, add. That's my first meal of the day. It was 2 fiber bars and a protein. I mean, and a protein shake. Now, if you click up top where it says Goal Food Exercise, you'll see the Nutrients tab. I've already had 54 grams of protein, 55 grams of carbs, 16 grams of fiber already, and 9 grams fat. Okay? So, I'm going to actually plan my entire meal. It's 9:41. I'm going to plan my entire day right now. Okay? Now, I like my protein shakes. I actually really like it. So, guess what I'm going to have? I'm going to have my Quattro. Now, for all intents and purposes, I'm going to cut down the serving of my protein shake here because I know I'm going to have more chicken and whatnot later. So I'm going to bring that down. So you see your serving size says 1 gram. That just means, so instead of it could, like your serving sizes could say 36 grams. It could say the entire container, which obviously you're not going to have. 1 gram. For other things, it might say 1 cup, one whatever. That's not how it works. Okay? So you're going to have, I'm sorry, we're going to have 40 grams. Boom. And I'm going to have 2 of my dragon wheels, which is basically a marshmallow pie. Why? Because I want it. Post-workout. Boom. Now, let's go back up. We're going to click the top. So now I've had scheduled already 89, 89 grams of protein, 108 grams of carbs, and 20 grams fat so far. Okay, let's continue on. I'm going to have, you know what? Completely off topic. Let me turn on Do Not Disturb. Boom. Just so I don't get any more notifications. Okay, chicken. Now, I've created my own chicken breast cooked. You can copy this exactly. If you see, all right, so it says up top, chicken breast, in parentheses, cooked, in parentheses, grams, 100 grams. It doesn't mean that you're going to have 100 grams. It's just saying that's the serving size for this, for when you pick this, but you can change it. Once you change it to, see, it says 100, so the serving size is 100 grams. That's the very first choice, but you can still change it. So you go down to 1 gram. Now, this is where you obviously can do, you can choose 90 grams if you really wanted it. You can choose 150 grams. You can choose 130 grams. You can have whatever it is because it's always one serving. It's always one serving times the number of servings, which would then give you the grams. Because why? 130 times 1 gram, or 150 times 1 gram, is 130 grams. That's basic math. So I'm going to have 150, and I actually might change that. Now, I'm also going to have with that black beans. Very great source of fiber, and it's also a great source of carbs, and it's higher in trace protein. Boom. So now, look where I'm at right now. I've got a crap ton of carbs to catch up. So this might be when I have a little bit more fun. I might throw some rice in there. I've already hit my 27 grams of fiber, 26 grams of fat. So now what I might do is I actually might throw in some rice in there. So let's go rice. Now again, I cook my rice, I bulk cook it. So there we go. White rice, medium long grain. It's really not that big of a deal. The only difference would probably come from brown rice and white rice. So let's go. Actually, all right. So you see this right here. So this white rice right here, I can't change to 1 gram. So you kind of need a little bit more math. But 100 gram serving times, so if 100 times 1 is 100, that's 100 grams. If 100 grams times 1.5 means 1 serving, or 100 grams and half of that, that is 150 grams of rice. Boom. And we're going to have that. So now we're at, I might even have to cut down my protein, or I might have to cut down, or, to have a little bit more fun, because I'm gonna build right now. Screw it. Let's have three dragon wheels. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. My sugar intake is still much lower than need be, but now I have a little bit more to work with. I have 41 grams of protein, 120 grams of carbs, and 29 grams of fat. Okay, so meal 3. I believe I have. Actually, I might be out of beef, so I'll just make some. I'll just have to use chicken again. Not a big deal for me, but you can change it if you want. This is what I like to eat. Okay, so let's go 150 grams of chicken, and this time let's have pasta, and we're gonna have a little bit of sauce, and that's it. Okay, so all right, I'm over by protein. So what am I gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to cut my protein servings. All right. So you see this? I'm over my protein right now. I'm supposed to hit 190 grams of protein. I already hit 205. So what am I gonna have to do? I'm going to have to, because I've already had that 60 grams, which is fine. We just alter the servings. So let's just drop it down to 100 grams a serving for my chicken, which is fine. Boom. Now I'm back to 16 grams protein, 82 grams carbs, and 25 grams fat. So I do have, I'll add some snacks. I have Stacy's. Let me see. And again, we can play around with this. So there's really nothing out of the realm of what I can use. So let's say I go 60 grams of Stacy's pita chips. Boom. 39, pretty much almost 40 grams carbs, 10 grams fat, 7 grams protein. Boom. Now we're working. Now I'm almost done with my meals for the day. All right. So I'm at 14 grams fat, 43 grams carbs, 9 grams protein. All right. Now this is when we get into the nitty gritty, and that's fine because it's more towards the end, and you got a little bit of crazy, craziness, so to speak. What do I want? I'm trying to think of what I can possibly have. Let me see. We're gonna do. You know what? Let's cut down my protein for my post-workout. That's fine. So now we're at 17 grams protein, 43 grams carbs, 14 grams fat. I need more carbs, so I'm gonna increase. I'm gonna go 200 grams rice. Oops, sorry. So that's 100 gram serving times 200 grams. And let's see where that takes us. Boom. Okay. Now we are just about done, and I'm pretty much on my fiber. Okay, so I'm gonna have 200 grams rice, 150 grams chicken. 150 grams. I lied. I'm sorry. 100 grams rice, 100 grams beans, and 200 grams rice. There you go. 200 grams rice, 100 grams chicken. I'm sorry, and 100 grams beans. That's my one meal. So I just adjusted. All I did was add and take away. That's all you're doing. And then, what else do we have here? Now, because I'm at the end of my day, there's a lot of things I could have, but my protein powder actually is very good at baking. And since I need 12 grams, I can do 20 grams. Am I over? On the money. Woo! Okay. And we'll throw in a little bit of Hershey's light syrup. And we'll go 20 grams. Okay. 21. We're at 21 carbohydrates left. And let's throw some peanut butter in that to finish it off. I love this peanut butter, by the way. Smooth operator. Smooth operator grams. I needed 14. Oh, boy. Let's see. That. All right. All right. So this is what my day looks like at the moment. Okay? So let's see what we can do here. Because I'm actually over 7 grams, which technically speaking, it's not that big of a deal. I'm at 14 grams. I have 14 grams remaining of carbohydrates, and I'm on the money with my fat. But if our goal is to get within 3 grams, pretty much either way, let's see what we can change. All right. I don't want to get rid of my carbs, or my beans are where they need to be. You know what? Maybe we do 1 cup. We can do 1 cup of pasta sauce. Because honestly, I like a lot of pasta sauce anyway. Okay. Boom. Now I'm within 2 grams of my carbohydrates. And all I have to do now is cut down some of my protein. Okay. So chicken, we're going to take down to 75 in that meal. And we're going to take chicken down to 75 in the next meal. All we're doing is adding and taking away. All right. So now I'm 7 away. So now all I'm doing is playing around with this. And you're going to get better at this as time goes on, right? Let's go 80 and 80. Go. All right. I'm not going to even touch it that much anymore because now it's kind of semantics, right? So 186 grams protein, 318 grams carbs, 60 grams fat. I'm a little over on my fiber. That's okay. I'm a little over my sugar. That's okay. Not that big of a deal. But guess what? That is a damn near perfect day. And if you find yourself liking any of these meals, what do you do? So like this one right here, this meal 2. Save as meal. I can name it right now. Chicken with black beans and rice. Done. Save. That will now be in my meals. I will never have to enter that again. Same thing with this pasta dish. Save as meal. Spaghetti with chicken and marinade. We say marinade, not marinara. Boom. So now tomorrow, if I wanted that same meal, I can go here, and go to add food, go to meals. Oh, boom. I want chicken and spaghetti and marinara. Done. It is that simple. People, you guys make it way too hard on yourself. You shouldn't have to do that. Just learn how to start taking away and start adding, and everything will be okay. So boom, there's an entire day of eating. Now, we are 20 minutes into this. Again, you don't have to do it all up front, but I encourage you to do it because this 20 minutes or even 10 minutes that you take or 15 minutes that you take at some point during the day will pay huge, huge, huge dividends. And then when you're done, all you got to do is remember, get to your meals or prep your meals as such, and then this is what you eat daily. And then each day, you can actually go, if let me go back, let me go to tomorrow. Once the, there you go. So that you see where it says turn off smart copy. Tomorrow, when your day is done for today, you'll be able to copy your meals from the day prior. Okay? So, there you have it. That is how you use MyFitnessPal. If you have any questions, email me at coachlouis@majorgainsfitness.com.